Hey guys, Argyle Alligator back here in Total War Warhammer for some more custom battles. Now before we get started, I've added some modded units to this lineup, and I'm going to go down the line and just explain them a little bit. To start us off, we have Leopold's Leopard Company. You can tell by the leopard print, dawn on their uniforms, they are spear infantry. They're pretty good. They're normally a mercenary unit in the lore, but they're added in Empire because, I mean, they are humans. They look very cool, though. They're very cool. Then we have some Foot, Reichsguard, Sword and Shield Basic. I believe I used these in my Attack on Giant video. Some Great Swordsmen, some more of these guys. These dudes right here, these are the Wrath of Sigmar Knights. They are black, heavily armored Great Sword Infantry. They are 2,000 gold a unit, which is as much as I want to say a Giant or an Ragnarok in the base game. So they're supposed to be pretty powerful. I only have one of them for backup, and then I have just Great Sworders, as you saw in this kind of like two-tiered arc lineup we've got going on here. Then I have these guys, the Ironside Veterans. They are missile infantry, as you can tell, with those repeater rifles. They are looking awesome with the metal bucket hats and shoulder siding, stuff like that. They look really cool to me. And then the Huntsmen, which are basically longbow, shortbow, whatever you want to call that kind of bow. They are bow missile infantry for the Empire. They have a very, very long range. And then rolling with Mr. Balthasar Gelt himself, the Master of Metal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire up a replay of the battle that I will do here. I think it's a better cinematic experience for you guys. If I want to do a battle where I'm showing off actual formations and movement, I will include the actual gameplay. But I think a replay in cinematic where I can just commentate is much better viewing experience. So let's get into that replay and we'll explain what we're actually doing out here today. Alright guys, we are here in the replay. I find it odd that during the battle it was snowing, but in the replay it's not, I don't know. It's some weird Warhammer thing, or Total War thing. But anyways, let's check out the enemy force approaching us here. So I've added some mods, and they've changed a couple things, and basically, they've added a unit of Lady Vampires, and they've also turned the Lady Vampire hero into a unit of her own. So 2 of these are magic-using units, and 4 of them are basically just standard Vampire Lady units, and then the Legendary Lord is a Vampire Lady as well. I can only put up to 4 of the standard Vampire Lady units. I was going to have a shitload of them, but that's all I could do. And then putting any more heroes than 2 would seem ridiculous. I did this battle a little bit early with this exact number of enemies and maybe about a little bit less of my force, and they totally decimated me. So I upped the numbers a little bit on mine, not too crazy, so we'll see how this battle goes. I think it's all going to come down to managing missiles and having the missile units completely focused on the ladies. But without further ado, this battle, it will be known as Balthasar's Bachelors. Let's get into this. Alright, looks like they're getting ready to charge here, these vampire ladies, as they are approaching the front lines. The area of no man's land is slowly becoming less and less as they're starting to catch some magic. I'm starting to catch some magic. There goes Golden Hounds coming out, splashing about, jumping into the vampire ladies. They've got some vampire magic here, throwing my leopards all over the place. Oh my goodness. Blood and chaos here, as there's just all sorts of things going on. I did a little bit of bombardment there. They really didn't take that big of a hit from the magic. My lines were totally wrecked. You can see that the Ironside Veterans are already starting to shoot into this group of vampire ladies. They're not having it. They are very unhappy. Couple ladies not, well, all ladies, well, looks like all the ladies are getting up here. More arrows and bullets as they're about to approach the front lines, excuse me, as there's already blood going out here from these vicious vampire ladies. They're trying to take these eligible bachelors, and Balthasar ain't having that shit. You know, Balthasar Gelt, in the lore, his motto is, I got no love for a hoe because a hoe don't love me. And he's trying to show that here when these ladies are coming to try to take his men off the front lines, try to marry him, settle him down. It's insane. I don't know what these ladies were thinking, but these knights are going to fight. They're going to fight for their right to party. They don't need no lady. They don't need to be held down. They don't like to put titles on things. Their Facebook status is complicated, and they want to leave it that way. So the battle here continues. I kind of misfired some magic there. I start moving some troops in as there's some guys standing about. They're doing some crazy magic shit. That was a charge bonus, and soon enough, they start tearing through my lines. You can already see some leopards routing here, some Reichsguard routing as well. They are just cutting through them, screaming, covered in blood. I'm trying to send these Reichsguard back in, but they are just like, fuck it, I ain't about this life. Turning around here. More leopards just being slaughtered, covered in blood, great swords being fucked up. They're trying to hold out. Balthasar's like, nah, let me just briskly walk away from this situation as I get sliced in the back once. The Wrath of Sigmar Knights are getting flanked now. I don't know why they turned around. Try to cast a little bit of magic here. Get some golden dogs jumping around in that mess. As you can see, I've got routing units all over the place. My missile is just trying to fire into them, shoot them down before they get up the hill. Balthasar is running for his life. Just covered in blood, trying to get him out of here. I see that the vampire ladies are now approaching on my missile pretty fast. So I'm going to start to remove them at this point. I think about now. Yeah, about now is when I do it. I pull some units off that were routing, and I try to get them back in just to hold these ladies off. But they just tear into this leopard company. Slicing, kicking, spinning about with these swords. Going all over the place. I'm sending in more units over here. Trying to fight back. Keep them away from the missile as the missile redeploy. I've got a group of these Reichsguard. Oh my god, what an impact. Blood everywhere as these vampire ladies ain't got no mercy. Kicking them about, arms, heads, body parts all over the place. More here. Balthasar's like, you know what, fuck it. I'm back. I'm ready to go. Let's do it. Everybody's dead. I won that battle even though I wasn't even involved. Balthasar's going right for these ladies. He wants more. He is instantly dead upon impact. Just completely dead. They're the only vampire ladies left, so I send in everything after them as they're starting to feel the crumble here. And with only 2 ladies left and everything closing in on them, I don't think that they're going to win. And they don't. Even though Balthasar died, he died a bachelor. He died how he lived. Fucking bitches, getting money, casting magic spells, riding on a Pegasus. Balthasar Gelt, you will forever be remembered. R.I.P. No women could hold you down. I'm Argyle Alligator, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Go ahead and subscribe if you like the video. And if you really like this one, you should watch all the rest of my other videos. I've got all these different social media outlets that I use occasionally. You can follow them if you want to get in contact with me. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you next time.